Twisted Fate was banned, so we could just go the Cassante route here and be a front line for the double 80 carry. They've got great setup for the spears as well, but he's going to opt into Bin with the Aatrox blind. The bravery of this man.
Bin can just go for the Camille matchup, or he can go for the Gnar matchup. Of course, Gnar really, we've seen this for so many years, right? Aatrox into Gnar. It's not going to be that, though. Of course, he's going to pick Camille. He has to pick Camille, because this has been, and if I was a T1 fan, I'd be very, very scared of what's going to happen on that top side of the map, because, of course, the setup for Owner isn't exactly targeted, right? From the Aatrox. You do have some knockups. You do have some ways to try and get Owner in there. For putting their frame on the totem.
2 for 2 for Owner Spears, by the way.
Oh, there we go.
That's the start you want to see.
As, well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. As Faker is just going to jump on top of Shun. Shun may have to flash extraordinarily early in this game, and he does so. Tristana pretty much dominate, as Satchel Charge going to come on through here. Carrier going to use the Twisted Advance to try and get himself out of the way as the Piercing Darkness comes down onto On. And that's confusing, as Hook is going to connect down to Gumushi. He has the barrier to avoid that damage, but On may have overextended. Titan's Wrath comes in. Elk just free firing with these rockets. Rockets? More like bombs, Atlas. You silly Billy. But On's still able to get out of there. Flash now burnt.
Commit to any sort of mid lane play.
Faker probably not wanting to rocket jump right then, but the Hook is going to go entirely wide, as the minion wave was there to protect Faker from that one. And so not perturbed, just happy to continue fighting and brawling as Shun comes on over. Pillar of Flame is going to connect as the stun just barely. Once again, T1 going to look to try and push ever further as Gumushi coming towards that top side. Finn getting that ward down, but Zeus just holding him in place. Hextech Ultimatum is there, but it's not going to be all that useful.
From T1, that's a bit of a trade here in mid, but does feel like a huge win for T1 in every regard. Bin is being put behind.
Tristana scaling a lot. It's gonna have to hold that thought for a moment. The Mega Inferno Bomb comes down as in Gumushi in so much trouble. The Nature's Grasp comes in, but that is going to be the first blood going over to Elk on his Ziggs. On gets that shield back as well as the flash from Carrier. Needs another auto and he will not find it. And now Elk at full health should be able to take down the tree. And there he goes. Absolutely massive. And maybe that conversation about scaling is less and less relevant as Zeus thought he was in a 1v1. He is absolutely not, as the World Ender comes in. Owner is here to try and help out. Let's see whether he can keep himself alive. But the answer is no. There is so much damage. Might be getting taken down a peg or two here as he is looking to run away. Spear not going to connect. Nice sidestep there from Elk, but still the swipe damage is decent. As Owner is going to heal himself back up. As another ulti out of On as he moves towards this top side. Bin can throw down the Hextech Ultimatum. And now Zeus nowhere to go. Finds the sweet spot. It was decent. World Ender is doing a fair bit of work, but On still able to tank that turret shot, and he will be A-OK. Meanwhile, here on the bottom side, Shun is going to be punished. Owner almost taken down there.
He's coming through. We'll watch this play here, bottom side. We missed the beginning of it. That's just Shun getting caught here by the end of Carrier's ultimate. The teleport comes through in response here.
He is always going to win those, and now
he's so ahead.
Looking for even more. So this inner turret is now under fire. Carrier dealing with the minions. No, there is one melee minion still left alive. But this is such a long lane that Zeus is in right now. They get a glimpse of vision as Hook is going to connect there onto the Nidalee, and she'll just explode. It's a gank squad from BLG. And now Zeus, he knows that it's his number up next. Shun going to be the one to throw that Pillar of Flame in. Will get knocked up as World Ender comes down. 1 versus 3 is going to turn into 1 versus 4 very quickly. And as soon as the stun comes in...
Describe how much power in these objective fights BLG is going to have, as the engage is not onto the Aatrox, but onto Owner, who's trying to kind of shadow and give him the opportunity to bring this back. Zeus is at least... I just see no way T1 can contest this.
Well, Carrier might also be in trouble here as the Hook is going to land once again. Nature's Grasp comes down. They're going to look for the re-engages. On, possibly overextended, and indeed will go down. By doing that, I think giving up this dragon is something that they have to do. But they might have to give up the next one as well. And yes, they managed to beat BLG with an Infernal Drake in game number 1.
The Ziggs winning out this early is exactly what you want.
Owner's able to pounce his way out as another Nature's Grasp comes on in. More defensively utilized here. He does have TP, but he's just continuing to walk. They just trust that they'll be able to get them off this Baron without actually using the teleport. You can see now he's in the minion wave. He's on vision. T1 going to try and keep this leash as the flash forward from Carrier gets the flash out from Shun. Just trying to keep himself in there. Into the pit goes Zeus. Carrier goes down. There is the Baron secured. But can they actually keep themselves alive as Faker is just going to get thrown around like a ragdoll? There is the takedown onto Bin, though, who tries to get it. It's a double kill for Knight. Some redemption for the mid laner here as Zeus and Ona walking the wrong direction, trying to get themselves over these walls and into safety. They have the Baron, but how many will be able to keep it and tell the tale is the question.
Looks like just Owner.
Zeus, there's a few too many bad guys around him at this point in time, so
BLG off, but it's a great ultimate there from Bin as well.
Oh, another
fight.
The hook comes in from On. Hex Flash was utilized as everyone used their flash in that last fight. There is not a lot of summoner spells left available as a Hex Tech minefield. They just can't walk through it. And T1 are going to give the Infernal Soul again.
And it feels like it's BLG that has a Baron buff. They don't, but going to force Zeus to TP.
Oh, that's a big TP flank here from Zeus. Let's see what they can actually do. Remember, they're fighting into an Infernal Soul. So, yes, it's a gold lead, but it's even more than that. With the Infernal Soul available, now Nature's Grasp coming in. Can they actually line them up, find some of these snares? There's the triple root from the mouth. Oh! Boom goes the dynamite. Down goes Knight as Faker rocket jumps his way to safety. Bin going to be eviscerated immediately as the Mega Inferno Bomb goes to Narnia, and that's not going to kill anyone. It's a spear connecting for the double. As Shun, he's still alive, and as it turns out, he's actually enough damage, kind of by himself. At least with Elk there as well, raining down these bouncing bombs. As T1, I think they won that fight, but it doesn't feel like a lot of control.
It doesn't feel like a lot of control. Gold lead still 3,000. Faker?
Oh yeah, still going to go for it here as Shun wants to be able to land the abilities, and he does so. Ona going to get slowed down as the minefield comes in, and that was weird.
Resets here on my jump. Maybe we find something there, but he backs out, takes his opportunity in mid lane, and completely fails. And it's come at me, T1. I mean, look at this damage.
Oh my god, yeah, the bouncing bombs are absolutely gigantic as Ona almost just going down. And now Nature's Grasp is going to come on through Zeus, wanting to find those knockups, but the push away is just too strong. Carrier still getting into that backline, and so is Zeus, in fact, but Bin's going to turn up, and now Zeus is in trouble. Knight is able to take him down. Carrier delivering Bin into the backline may not be exactly what he wanted, and somehow he finds the wall with that hook shot. This should just be the wipe, and BLG will even out the series as Faker is flashing to try and get out of the way, but the anchor of destiny from On will be able to pick him out of the air. That's the ace, and BLG will even out the series.
Looks like we're going to that game 3 we all wanted, Atlas. Beautiful satchel charge from Elk and Bin. That team fight was almost perfect. They don't even have to take the other to take this one. BLG striking back in a much cleaner, more one-sided game than our first. And we're going to the conclusive game 3 after this. What a way to start off the first esports World Cup presenting League of Legends, Atlas.